I don't even want to make this. I look disheveled. I look tired. I am tired. Tired of the same stuff every week that happens and acting like this team has changed at all in the last few weeks. You know? Fuck the last season. Let's just be real, guys. This Colts team is a disaster. Okay, it's a disaster. Once Buckner went down, once really that Steelers game started and it was exposed that this team cannot win if they don't run the ball, it was very apparent to me that the rest of their season was going to be hard. And when they blew that game to the Chiefs, that's when I was like, okay, one more chance. You know, the one more chance game happened. That was against Houston. And then I made the statement, which was simple. I believe that this team will lose to the Jags, and I will predict them to lose every game after. That was before their starting quarterback, who's putting his body on the line for the team, for the city. Shout out to Daniel. Hope you get better. Towards Achilles, okay? So before that, rookie quarterback Riley Leonard is now going to have to go at minimum two of four, most likely really 3-1 in these last four, with a win to the Jags and Texans absolutely needed, and then you need to beat Seahawks or Niners. This is awful. I mean, there's no other way to put it. This is one of the worst collapses that we have seen in modern NFL history. I don't think there's a way to say it differently, right? From 7-1 to a team that's going to be lucky to be 9-8 is absolutely terrible. This team, you know, a lot of people are saying now, oh, well, they just really got lucky with early on in the season. No, I would say this team, I mean, yeah, in a way they did get lucky, but it's because they had great running back play from a generational running back. And they had a guy who the league wasn't really ready for him to be that good. Once they were ready for him to be that good, and once they were ready to stop the run, the Colts fell apart. Shane Steichen's playbook is that of an 8-year-old playing Madden on the Xbox 360. I mean, you know, he has all go. He has a play action to a tight end, and he has a run up the middle. I mean, it's terrible. Sometimes he'll throw in a jet sweep that loses 2 yards. I mean, this play calling is so atrocious. I would think I'm watching the Bears from 2 years ago. I said last year that an organization like the Colts is one of the hardest to watch. Because at least when you're a Browns fan or a Saints, Titans fan, right? These teams are really bad right now. You know that you have something to look forward to where, hey, you're really bad right now, but the future's coming. When you're the Colts and you do this year in, year out, there is nothing but gray ahead of you. Okay, there's nothing but bad times, darkness. Because you got rid of your first-round picks to go get a cornerback who didn't play today because he got injured too. And your D lineman is down, Buckner. And here comes my last point I really want to get to. No one is going to want to play in Indy, okay? Ballard has this idea that, football players just don't want to come to play in Indy because they don't want to be here. Or they don't want to come because we're a small market. No, they don't want to come here because we lose. Because we're losers, all right? Since 2019, the Indianapolis Colts are a bunch of losers. That's the truth. That's the facts. Jones staying up or going down was not going to make a difference on the truth of this season being a loss. A team this good and talented that started 7-1 was 8-2 at one point. And is going to finish with, at most, in my opinion, 9 wins. I can see they maybe win one of these last 4. Okay? Is a disaster class. You have to fire the coaches. You got to fire Ballard. I know a lot of people, well, Ballard made that Gardner thing and he picked up Ward. How has Travarius Ward looked realistically? Can we all be honest? He hasn't looked that good. I mean, let's be completely real, you know? He made some moves, but not all of them seem great, right? The Warren draft pick, good job, guys. We'll pass that on to the next regime. And if Carly is serious, you know, Irsay, we'll see these changes made because her legacy is on the line immediately. This is the start of her tenure, And this is going to be her first full offseason. And it's going to be a big one. Because I think as a fan and as a city right now, we deserve better. And we're looking for better. Mediocrity is killer. Mediocrity is killer. Because when you're mediocre all the time, it leads to 25 years of not being in the finals. Pacers, how many times were they mediocre before they finally realized, hey, let's get a good guy, and then let's sign some guys who maybe were given up on by other teams. Let's get some guys who want to be here, want to play hard. You know, they built the culture. There are guys in that locker room right now for the Colts that want to play here or want to play hard. But you don't have the coach for it. He's just not the guy. He took accountability for all the mistakes today on himself for the first time. Shane, you've been the reason for this collapse the last 5 weeks. I'm sorry. That's the truth. So yeah, this is a rant. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. And I said before the season this would happen. And then they got my dang hopes up again just to crush it. That's what makes being a Colts fan hard. All right, I get it. We win more than a lot of teams. But we lose more than the good teams. So yeah, we win more than the crap teams, we lose more than the good teams, and we're always right outside of the playoffs. I'm tired of it. It is terrible. I went and watched IU Ohio State Big Ten Championship, and both of them played better football than what the Colts just put on. Awful. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Every single player in that locker room needs to be looking at themselves. Every single one, you know? It's a team game. So when the team loses like this, everybody got to look in the mirror. They didn't play with drive or purpose. Once Jones goes down, I know it's a big loss. When Hallie went down, Matherin, McConnell, Neesmith, these guys, you could tell were playing with energy and heart. They said, we got to do this. Yeah, that's Game 7 of the finals, Luke, of course. I don't care. This was your Game 7 of the finals. You had a chance to win and get on top of the AFC South for at least a little. And then if you just win one more game, maybe you got a shot at making the playoffs at all. And you're saying, Luke, why does it matter? They're not going to win the playoffs anyways. People are going to want to leave. This team is going to implode. Goodbye, Michael Pittman Jr. Pierce, we're not going to be able to sign him. Why would you? Throw the whole freaking team away. Right now, there is no way anybody is going to want to be here. Unless you pay them a crazy amount of money. Do I want JT to be a Colt, retire a Colt, be one of the greatest running backs ever, and wear the horseshoe forever? Of course I do. But why would he want to be here? Why? Do you want to be at a job where every day you have to do the most work, and around you, they're not doing nothing, and you're looking at your manager or supervisor or boss, and they're doing nothing but saying, we'll do better tomorrow on tomorrow's shift? Because that's what Steichen does every day. Get rid of him. Get rid of this crap that we've dealt with for years. I said before the season, this team would go 9-8. And looking back, I was still right. Because the implosion happened later than expected, but it still happened. And let me tell you, it'll happen next year if you run it back with all the same people in all these same positions of power. That's all I got. I finally went on a rant and tangent because the last few weeks I've been nice. I've said, hey, I've said all I said. Colts disappoint me again, but they're just doing what I think they're going to do. There's the truth. This team is a failure. We're a bunch of losers, and we're the laughing stock of the NFL right now. So, again, regardless of injury, Daniel Jones, I'm so sorry he got injured. I think he was playing good all year. There's a lot of people, well, Jones put his effing body on the line for us. And we repay him by playing like a bunch of slouches because our play caller has a pencil up his nose and his finger in his ear while he's doing play calls, and he has the monkey banging on frickin' whatever those are, symbols in his head. I'm tired of it. Indy, it's time to make a change, and this is really one of my last recap videos because I'm done. So good luck, Riley Leonard. I hope you can do it. Richardson is still injured, but come on, maybe Richardson's back. Maybe he is. But we need 3 out of 4. Is Richardson going to win 3 out of 4? I don't think so. Organizational failure, just like expected. I'm tired of being right. I want to be proven wrong. This Colts team is so darn predictable, and that's why they keep losing. Thank you guys for watching. Athletic Time is out. Bye.